Hey there, I'm Ashley Hendricks, the new co-anchor joining the 12 News Today team. There are a few questions I'm going to answer to help you get to know me better. Oh my goodness, my first paying job was at a freeze-made dairy bar in Henderson, North Carolina. I was serving up ice cream and I was 16 years old, but technically I had two jobs. I worked there and I worked at Chick-fil-A during the summer. So I taught for a year and a half. I taught a 10th grade English and I taught a full year for 6th grade English, which was the most amazing experience of my life. I never thought I'd be a teacher, but my mom always said that I would be a teacher. And that was a few years ago. I struggled getting into the media realm. And so that's when I started my teaching job. You know, kids, they teach you so much. I learned a lot about patience. I learned a lot about different environments. You know, we have so many different students, a classroom of 35 students in one room, but everyone doesn't have the same resources. So I play all of that into how I tell people's stories, listening to those people's stories, and incorporating that into their stories and sharing that with you guys. I loved English, but I also really have a thing for science. I love sci-fi, anything that's, you know, I'm low-key a nerd. So I love science and definitely English. It depends on the mood. So I'll, you know, have a little bit of gospel going, I'll have some country going, some pop, some R&B, some hip hop if I'm feeling real fancy. Oh my gosh, I was in 10th grade. It was a Trey Songz concert, and I probably shouldn't have been at a Trey Songz concert in the 10th grade, but it will be an experience I'll never forget. My favorite movie has to be The Preacher's Wife with the one and only Whitney Houston. She is my girl, and Denzel Washington. Gotta love him too. So those of you who know, and you're probably going to be finding out, especially on the morning show with Andrew, I know nothing about sports. I like the games and stuff and the excitement, but do I have a team? Rightfully, I have to say the Carolina Panthers because I'm a North Carolina girl. Chipotle, I eat Chipotle like at least once every other week. So twice a month, sometimes 3. Definitely a coffee person. I have to wake up at like 1 or 2 a.m. So I gotta have my caffeine, some strong caffeine. I would say my favorite drink, at least from Starbucks, is a soy latte, hot. I won't say I have any collections. I mean, some would probably argue I have a collection of heels, some high heel shoes. So I like nature parks and trails like the one we're in now. Very peaceful, very serene. I would say one of my hidden talents, on a good day, I can sing a good song. On a good day though. I've met a few famous people. I used to work at iHeartMedia in Norfolk for about a year or so. So I met Lil Duval, I met P&B Rock, R.I.P., Monique. Ida B. Wells, she was very much a trailblazer for journalists who looked like me back in the 1800s. And journalism had a different meaning, I think, then for people of color. So I would just love to hear her journey. Both of my parents, my mom especially, but both of my parents, they didn't have it easy growing up, and it could have been an excuse to just cop out and not make the best of their lives, but they turned things around despite the lemons that life handed them. And they've always pushed me to go above and beyond and supported me on this very journey that really kind of happened later on in life. So they're really my inspiration behind all of this. Outgoing, definitely passionate about so many things rather, and fun. Your environment really makes a really big difference, and I'm so lucky to be with such an awesome and passionate team. All of them, their work ethic really inspires me. And of course, our viewers, when y'all are kind and sending sweet messages and emails, y'all are an inspiration and a motivation to everything that I do. Well, one, you need to have an unbiased mindset. Two, you gotta have drive. I mean, it doesn't matter the situation. There are situations where we are in wall-to-wall coverage for 12 hours a day. So you have to have that drive to deliver what's important to our viewers. And I would say compassion. You know, every story is not a happy-go-lucky story. Sometimes we're walking in on death, tragedy, and so you have to have compassion when telling those stories. I think it's the people. I love getting a chance to meet new people, getting a chance to tell their stories, being authentic, and even some of those harder stories that we have to cover, just having the opportunity to maybe get them justice or to reveal certain things about what's going on. I think that's important. Now you know a little bit more about me. Thanks so much for watching this video. I'll see you on air.